the national and international English viewers. This topic today is a special topic on the identity, and we have a special speaker also today. The topic of today is the Shudra derogatory, whereas the Mulnivasi respectable historical and real identity. So we are going to discuss today a topic on the identity. Identity is a very important aspect of the human life, which we will be discussing today. There are two identity we are in the society. One identity which is a respectable identity, which is a Mulnivasi identity, and other is a Sudra identity, which is a derogatory identity. We will look into this detail as a historical and real identity facts. Before that, before inviting the today's speaker, I want to request you that please, from wherever you are watching, either YouTube, Twitter, or Facebook, please like and share, follow, and as much as you can spread it, you can share it to your friends, family, and relatives because this revolutionary speech or the revolutionary this program is very important for our Mulnivasi Andolan or Mulnivasi revolution. Let us not taking much time. We'll invite today a speaker on the screen. Jai Bhim Jamuna sir, very very warm welcome.
जय भीम जय मूलनिवासी जय संविधान जय भारत.
Yes, sir. Today you are with us, and it's a very special topic of today, which is in the society, which is a matter of discussion. And the topic of today is Sudra, a derogatory, whereas the Mulnivasi, a respectable historical and real identity. We are going to discuss this topic. Hope that the listener of today will gain more deeper, the facts and from references from where it is taken, and whether it is a local identity or whether it's a universal identity, whether it's known as widely. Either you go to USA or UK or wherever, it's like a worldwide known identity. Yeah. So I think straightforward. I will come to you, and first of all, without going into the history, I will just want to define it or want to know from you that this identity, what is a Mulnivasi identity and what is the Sudra identity? Is it both same? And other than that, is there something non-Mulnivasi identity and how it differs? And let us just have just a brief introduction about this, and then we will dive into the history and the real facts. Yes, sir. You can start from here.
Okay. First of all, let me thank you, Kumar Sanjayji, for inviting me on MNT News Network on this very specific topic, which is a very relevant topic in today's media as far as the mainstream
Yeah.
media is concerned.
Yeah.
As MNT News Network, we're discussing a very current, recent topic, and it is related to the identity crisis and identity that has been triggered in the mainstream media recently. So if we see the
Yeah.
mainstream media has been trying to avoid entering the debate triggered by the ongoing Shudra rebellion against the Ramcharitmanas of Tulsidas, Brahmin for pleading with his god Rama to punish the Shudras, Dalits and women and equating them with animals and drums. So if we see today's mainstream media, they have triggered this issue of Shudra identity, and there are various discussions on going on this particular identity, and various discussions are going on about Tulsidas Ramayana and Mahabharata, and they are both ways. There is basically a debate going on this particular issue. So,
Yeah.
as a media, we should first try to understand basically why such type of issues are created and why the society gets react to these particular issues, because without understanding we will not be able to understand the depth of the topic.
Yeah.
As far as we see, why such type of why such a type of topics are triggered in the society or in the mainstream media, that we have to see first. Now, if we
Yeah.
analyze the current situation and the coming situations, coming upcoming years. So next year, if we see 2024, is a very crucial year as far as the Indian political arena is considered, and
Yeah.
2024 is going to determine future of this country, or the future of the indigenous people, or the future of the entire mass of the country. So
yeah,
as this 2024 is getting nearer and nearer, getting nearer and nearer, so definitely in the background, the preparations of these elections also goes parallelly. So if we see in the background what is going on, then we will come to know why such topics are getting triggered. Because what is the relation between 24 election and such topics that we need to understand first. So basically, whenever if you analyze the previous elections, Lok Sabha elections, so whenever
yeah,
elections are definitely before a year or so, the social society are triggered, and they are basically means mobilize the masses in one particular fold. So basically,
mm,
as far as India as a considered, so in a democracy, votes matters. So
yeah,
definitely, then in a democracy, the majority should be there. So majority, India is a democratic country, and if we have to get a majority, the majority of the people should vote for one particular party to be in the power. So how this will happen? That is the main agenda of the political parties. This will happen. How
yeah,
this
yeah,
polarization will happen. So as far as the
mm,
polarization is considered, so until there is a polarization, people will not be in a mindset to vote for a particular party. So
mm,
polarization is the main agenda of any political party before the election. So now, if we relate these particular triggering of this polarization issue, then we will come to know that the such type of issues, how it is going to turn into the political mileage. So basically,
yeah,
identity and the as I told, democratic pattern of the society is considered. So if we study the overall social strata, we come to know that the OBCs, the
yeah,
backwards, they of almost more than 52% of the total population. So
yeah,
definitely, this is the governing population who is going to decide the entire political of the country. So
yeah,
whosoever has this 52% mass with them, the political party will get win. So now,
yeah,
how to polarize this 52% before the
mm,
political party? So polarizing this 52%, how means society gets polarized. Basically, polarized in the sense people start some particular topics. So they discuss within their family, they discuss within their society, they discuss within their community, and it goes on. So ultimately, when a discussion starts, it starts from the family, and it goes beyond the areas where they reside, the districts, places, the state places, the country. So basically, this
yeah,
52% class, OBC class, is divided into all the means it is spread on all the country. So if see all the countries, so then definitely unless and until the mainstream media focuses or triggers such issues, the discussion doesn't happen. If we see,
yeah,
as soon as the issues are triggered, the mainstream media pick up that issue, and they
yeah,
throw the ball in the society way. They feed in such a way that the discussion goes in such a way that the polarization of the society happens, which should perpendicular, which should basically it urge onwards into the polarization of the
yeah,
society of the people. So
yeah,
in the previous elections also there were various issues, various topics that were created, and ultimately such type of polarizations normally happens. So
mm,
this issue also, when the discussions, when now it moves around the identity basically. So this
yeah,
particular issue is with identity. Now, what does the identity? If we study the our historical, basically we have our society was divided into four categories basically. In the initial phase there were three varnas. Then it was fourth varna was created, and then the Atishudra was designated. So basically, Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, and Atishudra. These entities that were established in the society with the help of the creators of this society,
Yeah.
particularly 3.5% Brahmins. So these
Yeah.
Brahmins, they had identities, and based on these identities, they had also given the right to them what they should do it and what they should not do, and also what powers they have and what. So everything they had defined, and as per their rules and regulations, the country was regulated basically. So
Yeah.
these identities, the rights that were given for these all the varnas, the Brahmin varna, the Kshatriya varna, the Vaishya varna, the Shudra varna, and the Shudra varna. So basically, this reflects the work they should do and the rights. So as far as the today's topic is considered, and the identity crisis or identity issue is considered, then these are the identities basically. These are Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. These are the identities. So
Yeah.
basically, these identities creators had created to identify the people, and then who basic identities were created in such a way that the entire society or the rights that were distributed, these were distributed in such a way, in such keeping in such a mind that Brahmins will always remain in the power and they will control the society. So accordingly, these
Yeah.
identities were created. So definitely
Yeah.
now the rights are defined by them, the powers are defined by them, and what has not to be done by them is also defined. So as far
Yeah.
as the Shudra identity is considered, for Shudras also basically, if we go through volume 7 of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar writing and speeches, he had written a very good theory, a very good book, who were the
Yeah.
Shudras and how they come to the fourth Varna in the Indo-Aryan society. And also
Yeah.
other book he wrote is the Untouchables, who were they and why they become untouchables. So both
Yeah.
these books give the historical aspect of these identities. So
Yeah.
and much more is already established in the media, who or what rights has been given to Shudras and all, that is well known. Just
Yeah.
to means consolidate these issues or these rights, if we study all their literatures, ancient literatures like Vedas, Rig Vedas, Manusmriti, Mahabharata, any literature, and compare it
Yeah.
with Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar's volumes,
Right.
we will come to know that Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar had challenged each and every their ancient books, and he had given the basically he had clarified why and what has been what rights has been given, or why such things has been done, basically why they had kept the
Yeah.
rights, powers, limited powers to them with them, and they had not given any powers to these entities. Now today if we
Yeah.
see the slogans are going on with respect to and there are various slogans that are put like Itra slogans are given, or Garva se kaho hum Shudra hai, like those slogans are given
Yeah.
in Uttar Pradesh. You could see in the society that such type of slogans are given. And
Yeah.
if we compare how this is going, basically what this type of activities, why it is going on in the society, if we try to analyze, then we will come to know that when this such type of identities are triggered, definitely it is going to impact the other people, and they will look for their own identity, or they will look for their own rights. So now, as far as this Shudra identity is considered, Shudra identity basically, if we consider the rights and the powers they were given, none of the rights were given to Shudra community, and they are considered as a derivative identity, or as a community who lost everything and they don't have any rights. So
Mm.
when we will we are basically, this is the historical aspect, that they don't
Yeah.
have, they had not given even educational right, they had not given any employment right, they had not given any right to keep their properties, they had not given any right have their own, keep their own weapons or some their own for their own security and all. So if
mm,
such type of rights are given, then when comes to us, and if we compare these rights with these slogans that गर्व से कहो हम शूद्र है, that
yeah,
we should be proud that we are Shudras. But if we compare with the historical aspect, we will come to know that
no,
how it can be a garva of any person who
mm,
don't have any rights, and still he should feel proud of that, that I don't have any rights. I have the only right
yeah,
to work for the upper three caste or
others,
upper three
yeah,
varnas
yeah,
like Brahman, Shudra, and Vaishya. So only the working rights, if it is given to anybody else, any person, then how it can be means a garva for him, or a good sign of such identity to him. So definitely, this is not going to create a positive impact on the society. And
society,
also, if we compare the overall awareness level within the 52% OBC classes, then they are particularly still means even today there are, to that extent there is not much awareness about these Shudras and their rights. Basically, people
yeah,
knows with their only caste. So
yeah,
they identify themselves
caste
with their
ID,
caste, but they
yes,
don't know. Yeah, majority of people don't know that this caste belongs to the Shudra community and Shudra Varna, and Shudra Varna were given such type of rights. If such type of awareness is created within the society, then definitely they will not feel proud of themselves that they are rightless people, and they had only right to serve the upper three varnas. Then it is not of proud. So
yeah,
yeah, because there is not much awareness in society, they are ultimately falling prey to these slogans. So ultimately, what is going to happen? So when such type of slogans are created in the society, Garva se kaho hum Shudra hai or Jai Shudra, such type of slogans are
yeah,
propagated. So basically, they are not aware of their own identity, but they are propagating these slogans. So when they are
yeah,
propagating these slogans, how it is going to impact the polarization of the 50% OBCs? So
yeah,
definitely, when with the help of caste identity, people are floating such type of slogans, then it is they feel that it is a proud feeling. So when proud feeling slogans are propagated within the society, definitely the other person with whom he is going to have a dialogue, or with whom he is going to discuss, he will also say, we should feel proud of ourselves. So definitely it will go to other person and they will also feel so basically it is propagating of their own togetherness of Shudra. So how it is going to affect? Basically, these particular Shudra, when it is getting polarized. So when this particular identity of Shudra to propagate continuously within the society, and everybody feel proud of having the Shudra. So majority of the caste identity with the Shudra identity, this community will have the togetherness feeling. They will have togetherness feeling. Ultimately, that is going to create a community feelingness within them. That is going to create a community feeling within them. Ultimately, they are going to vote for that particular party, which they feel that they are very near to this identity, or which they are feel that they are very near to such slogans who are propagating. So
yeah, yeah,
when such type of thing polarize the 52% OBC masses, and when they will get definitely, it will create a impact on the overall society. But ultimately, if we factor, this is how the mental feeling is basically how the people are captured. Their mental feelings are captured, and they are made prepared to do in future. So
mm,
that type of activities are normally going on. So, but if we see, basically, this is only to capture the power. But if we see in the reality, what is going in favor of them to feel them proud, whatever the should is there.
yeah,
So what rights they are giving, or what advantage they are getting with this identity in basically if they are creating like earlier, if you see, there was the identity of जैसे कहो हम हिंदू है. So in
Hmm.
the name of Hindu, because during the Independence Day, if we see, to create a belongingness or togetherness with the Hindu identity. This 52% mass will identify themselves as a Hindu, and they will vote for the Hindu party.
Yeah.
So at that particular time, that identity was coined. So if we see today also this Shudra identity is basically to some extent there is awareness, and to some extent there is not.
No.
That awareness needs to be countered, and ultimately these OBC class people need to stand in favor of parties who are creating going to link this identity with the overall literature, through the help of literature, with the Hindu identity. That is how the overall background stories are going on, and
Hmm.
such type of things are basically created. So that is how I feel personally, that this this such type of issues are created in the society only to polarize the masses, so that they will vote in the coming elections, upcoming 2024 elections. The parties which will be working with them in the field.
Yeah.
So the background of the today's topic, why it is triggered in the mainstream media. Over to you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, yes, sir. You have given some details into, dive into the details. But just, just coming to the topic itself, that Sudra is a derogatory. I mean, the Sudra given by this identity is given by the Brahmins. It's not created by. It's not historical facts. It's not archaeological facts. It's not literature facts. Like there is a lots and lots of. DNA, facts. There is a literature facts. There is archaeological facts from where we belongs, where we come. So, what was our history? Who were we before? Where that is called as a Mulnivasi, that we are calling as a Mulnivasi identity. This Mulnivasi identity is not only the India identity, although the Sudra is in the Brahmins, because Brahmins are only found here from the beginning. So they have created the Sudra identity for 90% of the people. But the Mulnivasi identity itself is a respectable identity, and the proof of this one is found everywhere in any, either you go to the politics, you go to politicals or the philosophical. All the way we find it. It finds either we read the Gulamgiri, we read Baba Sahib literature, either we call aboriginals, yeah. And then we coming to the global level, we find that this identity is not only the identity which is in India, but is in the foreign country. Even the Vishwa Mulnivasi Divas, World Indigenous Day is celebrated. Yeah. So this Mulnivasi identity is not just simply a local identity, but it's a broad identity. It's a respectable identity. I think that the one you are trying to say. Even I was talking to one of the PhD holders. Then he was saying that he was doing a PhD with the one of the American professors, and what he said to him, that this Mulnivasi identity is not only that respect, but you can see that in USA, in America, when the non-Mulnivasi people, when they go to the Mulnivasi people, their villages, then there is some kind of a letter they read before starting of their work. When we go to some places, there are some prayers that some people do it. But in the USA, there is a culture that when non-Mulnivasi people are going there, and then they are reading a letter in front of the Mulnivasi people, and that it's called in Hindi like a mafinama, that we have done a lot of bad things with your ancestors, but now we are sorry for that, and we are ready to go with you. We are ready to be brother and sister of you. We ready to develop your all the aspects of your life. We are ready to mingle with you. We are ready to mix with you. We are ready to have you as the same as equal rights of us. you know so in that respect, I'm coming to this because I'm giving the international, because international viewers are there for us in the English. So this Mulnivasi identity, some people think that this is a rational identity, but they should know that this is not a racial identity, but this is a world established, by the world level organizations, this Mulnivasi identity. And in that respect, I think we should set up our identity in India also as a Mulnivasi identity. And this Shudra, the identity given by the others, we should not accept anything, because as you explained that there is no rights, there is no, it's like a low feeling, it's a feeling like a bad feeling, it's the feeling that nobody would like to unite in this identity. But whereas coming as a Mulnivasi identity, I think when anybody learns his history, or anybody reads Baba Saheb writing in speeches, when he reads Jyotiba Phule, Gulam Giri and other, then they know that where our roots belongs to, from where we comes. When they read the Buddha, all the things comes as a, that they have a very very historical. There is a very very archaeological facts that they has a very proud identity. They have a very big identity, Bahujan Mulnivasi identity. So in this respect, I think we should spread it, because you are focusing on the the unification, uniting the people for the event, because we are a political person, we have a voting rights, equal voting rights, so we should vote for some of the parties. So we must vote for the parties, because the Baba Sahib is saying very clearly that Mulnivasi organization and non-Mulnivasi organization should have a separate organization. They cannot mix together and work together, because we have seen last of the 75 years that what the ruling organization has done for the Mulnivasi people. We have at the verge of losing our all the rights. We are at the verge of losing the constitutional, everything. So I think just coming to you, because we will be heading towards the end of the discussions. Just let us conclude, at this stage, that this Mulnivasi is a very respectable identity. It's identity to unite each other. It's identity to move to vote only those organizations which are belongs to the Mulnivasi organization, where there is no mix up of the non-Mulnivasi, because if they are mixed, then they have and dissolved the all the things which that a Mulnivasi organization can do for us, for the welfare of the people. So I mean, this Sudra identity, we should throw it out. It's given by the Brahmins, and the Mulnivasi identity, which is rooted from the Buddha until now, and the BAMSEF as an organization is setting up, and there's a lot of discussion in the society. There is a lot of debate in the society that how this Mulnivasi is a respectable identity, and how it is going to unite the people, how it's going to feel as a proud feeling, it's going to give as a proudness it to the people. Because currently if we see that the our society is divided into caste identity, yeah. And there the some people, as you said, that some people are saying that गर्व से कहो शूद्र हैं, गर्व से कहो like religious identity, गर्व से कहो हिंदू हैं, और गर्व से कहो चमार हैं, गर्व से कहो दुसाध हैं. This kind of things is identity which is dividing the society into even less than 1%. We can call it zero, because 6,000 castes are there. If we calculate the percent, it will come like a 0.03%. So it's 0.03%. Brahmin itself is a 3%. I mean 3.5. That is a 10 times bigger than one caste itself. Yeah. So I feel that in this respect, the today discussion is very important in all aspects. It comes to the social development, it comes to the political development, it comes to the educational development. It has a root everywhere. I think I would like to have a in 5 minute more concluding opinion on this today's topic, and we will finish the program here. Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Kumar. Yeah, you have rightly pointed out. As far as this Mulnivasi identity is considered, definitely it is a respectable, historical, and is the real identity. Because actually, if we see the Mulnivasi identity, Mulnivasi says Mul means the original, and Nivasi means inhabitants. So in
yeah,
most of the literatures, ancient whatever we call the Vedic literatures, it is and also whatever the historical written by their person also, like Balagangadhar Tilak or Nehru or whosoever. Many of the books they themselves had said that Aryans had came from the foreigner. They are the foreigners and they are not. They are the invaders basically, and they are not from the original country of the original people of this country. So when it is well proved that they are from the foreign and they are not the original inhabitants of this country, then who are the original inhabitants? So it is historically proved that the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, other backward classes, and the converted minorities, these are the original inhabitants of these people. So when these original inhabitants people, they had been whosoever forefathers are, they had coined these people under one identity of indigenous. Even Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar or Jyotiba Phule or Shahu Maharaj, any of our forefathers, even Ravidas, Sant Ravidas or Sant Kabir,
yeah,
all these people they
yeah,
had in their literatures they had proved beyond doubt that these are the original inhabitants of these people, and they were given this derogative this concept or identity just to keep away from the main power of the society or mainstream of the society, or away from the rights, giving them rights. So when
yeah,
it is well proved that this identity, this basically caste identity is not our original identity, but it has been given to us just to keep us divided. So when
yeah,
our original identity is the Mulnivasi identity, or original inhabitants of this country, so we should again polarize ourselves with our original identity of Mulnivasi, which creates a proud feeling among us that that we are the original inhabitants of this country. So original inhabitants, it will create proud within the scheduled caste, within the scheduled tribe, within the other backward classes, within the converted minorities also. So when this population, which constitutes of almost 85% of this country, they are polarized under the Mulnivasi identity, Mulnivasi concept, then definitely this overall polarization will convert into the political arena also, because 85% is the majority, and whosoever political party gets the majority, particular identity, this particular polarization happens. 85% people are polarized under one identity, and it the vote power, then definitely these will have their own power, will have their own share in the society. So definitely when such type of power is there in within this identity, then definitely that is a respectable identity. And it is, as I said, it is already our forefathers had proved beyond doubt that these identity of scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, converted minorities are the roots of these communities, these caste are the original inhabitants. So historically it is also proved,
yeah,
and as far as proud feeling is considered,
yeah,
everybody feels proud that I am the original inhabitant of this country. And definitely beyond doubt, not just scheduled tribe and other backward classes literatures, but other literatures also have proved that these are the people original inhabitants of the country. So when it is already proved in all aspects, and if proper awareness is brought within the society, people are made aware of their original identity, then definitely they will come forward to polarize themselves to get their own rights, their original identity, original things, and why they had been divided with the caste identity, and who is going to benefit with the Mulnivas identity. Then definitely that day they can decide their fate. So if they are in such a situation that they will think then they will have all the rights they want, which today they are not getting. So this is a
yes,
real requirement of propagating this identity within the country, even
yes,
outside that these scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, and other backward classes are the original inhabitants of this country, and they should polarize themselves banner of Mulnivasi identity to get their own rights, to stand on their own feet, and to themselves and the upcoming generations also with this identity. So
yes, yes.
that is with them. So they should identify themselves with this particular identity, which definitely will help them.
Yeah, 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 yeah. With your notes, I want to just add one note that some of the people who thinks that it is a racial identity, we want to let them know that this Mulnivasi identity is the identity, or the Mulnivasi people are those people who have their equality, liberty, and fraternity in the heart. They follow the constitutional morality. They even they have all the way in the heart the respect for the each and every human beings, not only the human beings, even the things in this world, like yeah, it's some object, or it's trees, or the animals, or because the constitution, if you see the rules in the constitution, it has been made for the everything. It's either it's a forest, it's the river, it's a water, it's resources. I mean, for the conservation of the resource, everything. So the Mul Nivasi people are the constitution itself is Mul Nivasi people are a constitution lover. They keep the constitution at the supreme level. They comes under the constitution. So they are the people who like the justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity, and they work for the equality, liberty, and fraternity all day and nights. So those people who are thinking that Mulnivasi is a racial identity, but they should feel proud that no, it is not a that kind of identity, but it is identity who loves their own homes, they love their other homes, they love all societies. So even they are the non-Brahmins, even the Brahmins or the non-Mulnivasi will be happiest living in the Mulnivasi, I think, because in the Buddha time, I think, I feel that there, when the Soka times, whenever there was a Mulnivasi uh, ruling over here in this country, the Brahmins were the happiest people. They have no situation. There was no problem of education. There was no problem of unemployment. There was no problem of any kind of, untouchability or any kind of things. So, in that respect, I'm putting this note that this identity, Mulnivasi identity, is really an identity which loves each other, which have a togetherness, fraternity filled with it. I think, sir, today you joined in this special session. I thank you so much for joining and taking time in to this discussion. And we will be in touch again for some next topic whenever we have a time, and we in align with your thoughts. So we will again invite you sometimes later on. Thank you so much for today evening joining the MNT News Network. Thank you. Jai Bhim, Jai Mulnivasi, Jai Samvidhan, Jai Bharat.
Thank you very much. Jai Bhim, Jai Bhim.
Yeah. Friends, you are watching the MNT News Network again. Before finishing the program of today, I would like to announce that tomorrow evening also do not forget to join at the same time. Tomorrow evening, 27th February, 8:30 p.m. we will discussing अडानी मुद्दे पर प्रधानमंत्री की चुप्पी क्यों. Very relevant topic, very current topic, very it's related to the all aspect of the economical and the social demography of the country. I think we need to just I request you that please join again tomorrow at the same time. अडानी के मुद्दे पर प्रधानमंत्री की चुप्पी क्यों. वक्ता होंगे कल के मूल निवासी एस धमी, राष्ट्रीय प्रवक्ता PPID. So I would like to request all of you that please like and share and follow MNT News Network. You can watch this later on also. This is recorded. This remains recorded. You can watch anytime in the future whenever you want to. Just you type the subject matter and you can get it on the MNT News Network, and you can watch it in your own personal time. So thank you so much for watching today. I hope that you like the program and you will like and share with the others, your family and friends. With this, I want to say Jai Bhim, Jai Mulnivasi, Jai Bharat, Jai Samvidhan.